welcome to today's Ascension Guidance with me, Shruti. You're watching Living Our Ascension. So actually today's guidance is for the whole weekend, and I already shot this video beforehand, but there were some technical issues with it, and what I did was I pulled an oracle card for all of us. I was doing a spontaneous reading, so I already have the card with me because I'm shooting for the second time. So I'm just going to show you what it is, and it says make a decision. I think that's clear. So in the image, there's it's an image of three mermaid beings, and they're inside the water, and you can see that it's just an atmosphere of relaxation, and it's like a tropical island. It's like a holiday. And this is really important for our weekend because it says make a decision, and you might wonder how does that fit, make a decision, and they're sitting in water and kind of just relaxing. And that's exactly what our guidance is, because if you've noticed, at this time we're going through a lot of intense shifts, but whenever there's like a challenge that's in our life that comes up, we don't actually have to experience life as like this challenging, burdensome kind of an energy. A challenge is just something that's there. It's something like you have a tournament in sports, so there's a challenge, and then you just work up to it. You take certain decisions and then you follow through on them. That is how a healthy challenge should be. It should be a state of joy and devotion, but we don't have to feel this heaviness that humans can often attach to it. So that's our message for today, is that when we have been shown the truth, and it may have been a little more surprising or shocking than we realized, because when something is just shown to us, like a mirror is held up suddenly, and especially related to something that we've been avoiding for very long, and those kind of truths have been coming up lately. But in the face of those truths, we have been guided from inside to take certain steps to change things around, and that is what the decision relates to. But when we, from within ourselves, at first, when we know that we need to change our lives in a certain way, we can get a little bit anxious about how we're going to actually make it happen, because there can be a lot of changes that are associated with it, and then we can get locked up in thoughts, lots of these anxious sort of thoughts. And that's why our guidance today is that the right decision will come to us when we are actually in a state of relaxation. So it's kind of like when you ask the universe for something, or when you have a deep desire and a question within you, in your heart, and you ask through all of your being. Often the answer that comes to us is not in that state of when we're deliberately sitting and forcing a decision. Often we just let it be, and when we're doing something else, just like doing a creative activity, or just having fun, or just relaxing, when we're at peace, that's when these breakthroughs suddenly come and we suddenly know what to do. So that is exactly how you will be having breakthroughs this weekend, and they will relate to when these breakthroughs come. There will be a shift from within us, and you may already know what your decision is to go ahead, but just knowing what the direction of our path ahead isn't always enough, because for example, we can know that this is the right thing to do, but then once we start doing it, we don't follow through. So that deep devotion, that desire, that will that comes from within, like fire, that happens when there's an internal change. And so that internal change is happens when we have that realization within all of ourselves. And that is what exactly is going to happen over this weekend for us, if we want it to be so. And those breakthroughs are coming when we allow ourselves to just relax, to detach, to take out time for ourselves, and especially spend time in nature. because in nature we are connected to something that's much larger than us, and nature we connect to our own purity and just this divine order, because nature has its own flow. And when we are present in nature and we find that stillness, then those thoughts can kind of that are circulating, they can find center, like a vortex that you are, and they find center there, and that's when the breakthroughs happen. So make sure that you take time to this weekend in nature, and just relax and enjoy the sensuality of life. When you're sitting in nature, feel how your heart is connected to everything that's around you. Be present in it, and how it's all of these are facets of something that is greater than us, that is nature, that is all of life, whether the facet is you or the facet is all of these different things that we find in nature. And it's ever flowing, it's always evolving. So really feed into that this weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday with the daily guidance.